Hey, good morning, y'all. It's a little after 7:30. Grandbaby's here. She wants to go fishing, so we're gonna go fishing. Better get a little breakfast in her. We're getting her poles moved over to the other truck. We're gonna go fishing here. See, we got some unfinished business with them frogfish, so I'm not even gonna take a lot of different tackle this morning. I'm doing one thing and one thing only, and I'm going after the frogfish. So we'll see how it goes. We'll bring you to action here. I still don't have my GoPro. I forgot it again. I know I'm terrible, but anyways, we'll see what happens. Look at that toad right there, y'all. Frog fishing right there on the bank coming across this way. Just attacked that frog. Look at her. That's the biggest fish by far we've caught in here. Probably about a 3-pounder, 3.5 pounder. Yeah, big old mama fish. Big old girl. Look at that. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Absolutely. That gets you fired up. Man, I knew it was gonna be good this morning. Oh man, that one kind of got me fired up a little bit. That one kind of got me shaking a little bit. That's a good fish. That's by far the biggest bass we've caught in this tank. So I tried to do something a little different. I was standing over here. I'll turn you around. I was standing over here by the weeds where I normally try to throw into. Decided to throw across against this bank, which I'm normally standing against, and it got me right there in that dark stuff. So that's what I'm talking about. Booyah frog does it again. That's what I caught her on right there. That white-bellied booyah frog. 50-pound braid. Just started to see if we can do it again. I'm gonna bring you a little lesson. So we're working the edge of the corner of this tank, and normally I'm doing just what I'm doing right now. I'm standing over here and I'm fishing into them reeds over there, right? And dragging it down, letting it fall softly off those reeds, and that's normally where I get my bites. But this morning, so I went over and I worked that corner, and I decided coming back across, I was gonna pitch over into here, because I've seen some fish in here before with my polarized Wiley X glasses, and so I knew they were there. I didn't know they were that big. I'd never seen that big one before. I didn't know there was that big one in this lake, actually. Anyway, so I decided to just pitch over to here, and I was pitching up against this bank here. You'll see where my frog drags are going through there. And she hit me about right here, right where that frog is swinging. That's where she got me, coming off this edge right there. And just goes to show you, work your angles both ways when you're fishing tanks. You just never know. Because I'd already fished from this side several times, pulled right across the top of her, she never hit. But when I go from the opposite direction pulling across, she hit me. So work your angles on these corners both directions. That's the lesson for the day. All right, Mama got her another little dinker pound here. Little pounder. Hold it, baby.
You have to grab it, babe.
You just hold the line, honey, so I can get the fish. All right, there we go. A little dinker.
Little bite.
And getting, oh yeah, look at all this perch right there. I don't know if you can see, we're watching Adeline's bobber. There's perch all over it.
Mom.
Anyway, let me get this little fish off back so she can get back to fishing.
Mom.
Another little ding. That's fish. That's catch 3. Now you're on camera.
Poppy just catch a fish.
Yeah, I did just catch a fish, and there he is. So I missed him the first time right there. I missed a bite, and so I went back after him 2 more times and got him. So a little frogfish. Hold on. What you got?
And Poppy kissed a fish.
I did kiss the fish.
But it's disgusting.
But it's giving me good luck because that's my 3rd fish this morning.
Excuse me, that is disgusting.
It's not disgusting.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Anyways, that's number 3. Mama caught her another turtle a while ago. She's back over there on the rocks. But hopefully we'll bring you some more action. All right, y'all. That pretty much concludes the morning fish. It's about 10 o'clock. Bites gone way down. So, and Jennifer's frustrated with the hot dog. She wants her bacon back. So, anyways, we're about to head home. Eat a little, get something to eat. And then I don't know what we're going to do the rest of the day. I really need to cut the grass, but we'll see. Probably will. But anyways, I want to bring you a quick review of what I was using to catch that donkey I caught earlier. So, I'm going to flip you around here. So, basically what I was using, it's a Lew's carbon fire, high velocity carbon, HVC, 7'3" power, heavy action rod, okay? And I've got the Cast King Speed Demon, 9 3-to-1 reel. with 50-pound spider wire braid, and then of course the Booyah frog. And that's basically the setup that I got that donkey in with this morning. That's my frogging setup. I like that high-speed reel because you don't have a lot of elasticity in that line, so sometimes you got to catch that lure quick, catch that frog quick, and you want that high-speed reel to get that slack caught up, and then that heavy action rod to yank them out of the weeds and the nasty stuff. That's what frog fishing is all about. So again, a Lew's carbon fire 7.3 heavy action rod, the Cast King Speed Demon 9-3-1 reel, and then of course the 50-pound spider wire braid and the Booyah frog. So anyway, let's go walk down here and see what the mom and them are doing. I think they're over here at the swings at the park. It's just a really beautiful place out here. Gonna miss it kind of when we move into our new place, but there's some beautiful trails in our new place too, in a bigger lake, fishing lake. So it'll be good. It'll be good. Got a little dog park right there. We've never run our dogs to it. They just kind of play in the yard and whatnot. So, yep, I found them. I found them. Oh, look like somebody left a fishing pole here, huh? And some shoes. Yep. You know, they're swinging.
Oh, get me off there.
Adeline, what you think? What'd you catch this morning, Adeline?
Oh, you didn't catch nothing.
You caught a little bass, that first little bass.
You did all the work.
Whatever. It's on Adeline's pole. Adeline caught it, right?
What? Mimi did all the work.
I tried to be nice, babe.
Okay, babe.
Anyways, I'm gonna go to the house, find something to eat on.
Babe.
And I'll probably need to cut the grass. We'll see how that goes. Anyway,
It ain't gonna get done.
it might.
It's hey,
Vlog.
probably gonna build a yard.
Yeah, probably will.
Probably
No,
not.
you won't.
He
Yeah.
probably ain't.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? If I do it, you gotta do dishes for a week. How about that?
No.
I didn't think so.
If you don't do it, you can't do it because then the flowers will be smushed and dead.
What?
The flowers will be smushed
We
in
don't have no
bed,
flowers in
Poppy.
our yard, I don't think.
No, we ain't got no
We don't have
flowers.
no flowers in our yard.
There's nothing to grow in our yard.
Weeds. Anyway, you all ready?
That's the best thing we can grow is weeds. Yeah.
All right.
Go look over there, those yellow flowers right there.
Nah, grass a little high. I don't want to in that grass. There's rattlesnakes.
I don't think they're coming out yet. It's supposed to be cold again.
Yeah, I had to put my Crocs in 4-wheel drive. That grass is wet. We might try to cook something later. I don't know. We may try to do a little cooking this afternoon. It's hard. It's hard when Jen's on her diet because a lot of that stuff on the cooking in the Dutch oven she can't have flour type stuff. And anyway,
Puppy,
huh?
we may have a picnic.
A picnic?
I don't know because there's supposed to be storms coming.
Well, let's go have a picnic in the kitchen right now so Poppy can eat. How about that?
No.
No. Papa, that ain't no picnic.
All right, y'all. We're going to head to the house. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, y'all. We're going to do something a little different for dinner tonight. Something that we've eaten in the South our whole lives. A lot of y'all may not eat it, but we eat it. It's good eating and it's cheap eating too. And we're going to do some fried chicken gizzards tonight. So what I'm going to do right now, though, it's still way early, about lunchtime right now. I'm just going to throw them in a Ziploc bag here with the seasonings. And just let them set and kind of marinate the rest of the day. And then we'll bring it back to you this afternoon when we get ready to start chicken frying these gizzards. All right, y'all, so what we've done, we put them in the bag. We put the Lowry seasoned salt. We put the Lowry's garlic salt and then the Fiesta chicken fajita season on them. Shook them all around. Got them nice and seasoned everywhere. Now we're just going to put them back in the refrigerator for a little bit. All right, y'all. So I just barely got the yard cut. I did get it cut and edged before the storm come in. But that's all because it came in and it rained a lot. So we're pretty much done for the day as far as doing anything exciting. Except I'm going to cook these gizzards and I'm going to show you how to do it. Now we have a deep fryer over there, but that grease is bad and I don't want to have to mess with changing out the grease right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 2 Dutches, my 12 and my 10. and we're going to cook these. We're going to deep fry these gizzards and French fries over here on the stove instead of using the deep fryer. So I'm going to leave it running so you can kind of watch what I'm doing. We're about to pull those gizzards out now and get our batters and stuff put together. So you want to get you a big bowl. We're going to put the buttermilk and the egg in that bowl, mix it together, and then the flour goes into a bag. I'll show you. It's going to go into a bag, and that way you can just toss it around and get a good coating before it goes into the grease. So the gizzards have been seasoning since noon today. It's right at 5 o'clock right now, so they've been sitting in this seasoning stuff for 5 hours. What that's going to mean for you is you're not going to have to season that batter up as much as you normally would because the seasoning is already on the meat. So what we're going to do now is get us another gallon Ziploc bag. And you're going to take your all-purpose flour. Pour it in the bag, like so. Set that to the side because we may need some more here in just a little bit. Now we have flour in the Ziploc bag. What we're going to do here is just put some salt and pepper in it. I'm going to suit this back here so we get a little better view here. There we go. I'm done there. I just poured some pepper in there. Salt. And just a little garlic salt. All right, so what we're doing, we're just mixing all that together here. Salt, pepper, garlic salt, flour. Like I said, that meat is very seasoned, so it's not going to take as much here in this. So, buttermilk. That was about a half of a gallon. I used some the other day when I was making cornbread. The other egg looks like it's almost frozen. And 5 eggs. So we're gonna mix the buttermilk and the eggs into a wash. And it should look a little bit like that. Should be a little bit yellow. That's gonna make it a very nice golden crisp color on the batter. So now, easy trick to check grease, to see if it's hot. Get you a pinch of flour. If it boils, it's hot. That one's hot, that one is not. That's what we're going to do here. We'll get us some of the gizzards. Get you a couple handfuls, put it in the wash. Give it a good mix. It's very cold, by the way. Pull them out, drop them in the, kind of drip off your fingers there and drop them in the. Some people double wash, I don't. Not when I'm using buttermilk. It doesn't need it. It's thick. Before you go to shaking, you're gonna get your next set here and go ahead and let them set in the wash. So get you a couple handfuls of gizzards, put them in the wash. Swirl the wash around, just make sure they're all good and coated. All right. Put the gizzards in your bag, and now you just shake. Just swirl it around. As soon as you make sure you're getting a good coating of flour on all sides of those gizzards. See what I mean? Good, nice coat. And in the grease it goes. So the grease is good and hot. You don't want to put too many in there because you don't want that grease boiling up over the top of the pan. They cook about 7 to 10 minutes. Usually, they'll float. They'll start kind of floating when they're done, and then they'll get that nice, clean, brown look to it. I'm a big hand washer when I'm cooking, so bear with me here. All right, so we'll take some more of these here. We'll go and get them in here and get them mixed up. And repeat the process. Make sure you always got a good seal on that handle, on that bag, or make sure you're holding it at the top. Because your wife will be pissed off if you sling flour all over the kitchen. All right, so as you'll see, they're cooking, turning nice golden brown here. We're gonna stir them here just a little bit, kind of flip them over. You don't mess with them too much, you don't knock a bunch of the crust off, but they're looking fantastic. And we need to check this other pot of grease, so let's get us a little pinch of flour here. Oh yeah, see that? See it bubble? It is also ready for some goodness. So, put you back down here. You don't want to always, of course, use a slotted spoon of some sort. Make sure you're not picking up a bunch of excess grease. You give them a little twirl there. Oh yeah, they're just about done. They're just about done. They're floating nicely, turning a nice golden brown. Cook a few more minutes. We'll get some in this big pot here. And you can do this with one pot if you want to, but I'm gonna be cooking French fries here in a minute too, so I decided to go and use two. Take off a little excess. And you go. If it goes to boiling immediately, you know you're good. Back her down to about 4 and count. Now this pot's a lot bigger, so I can put a lot more in this pot than I can in that little pot. And it's only about, like I said, about half full of grease, because you don't want that grease bubbling up too much with cold product going in. So you gotta watch it. Don't overfill it with grease. You'll have a grease fire and have a bad situation. If in the event you see that grease starting to bubble too high, turn that fire off immediately. This is not one of those things you can cook and walk away from, okay? You gotta be paying attention to it. All right, and I'm gonna let you see here. That's what they look like going in fresh. That's what they look like when they're done. Okay, see the difference? Fresh, done. All right, let's get those done with pulled out. Wash this flour off my hand. So put a little paper towel there. And then you just scoop them out. Drain your grease. Another reason why you don't want to overload it, because it cooks faster if you don't. Alright. So we'll leave that for that batch here. We're going to let this cool off for just a minute, and then we're going to have Mama come over and give her a taste test. See what they taste like. We've got the next batch in the flour, so we can do another mix. Mama, why don't you come try them? Come try one.
It's not time to start losing teeth yet.
Well, I never lose teeth.
Well,
Alright,
you will.
there we go. We'll see what she likes them.
Very good.
The meat good?
No, I haven't got the meat yet. We will. That's good. Okay. Okay. Stop.
Alright, so this next batch is ready. Nice and golden brown. We'll get them out.
Very good.
Are they good?
Mm-hmm.
See any seasoning?
No.
Alright.
Oh my God.
We got the approval from the wife there.
It's been a long time.
Because they were kept at refrigerator temp and not at frozen temp, the reason they cook so fast. If they're frozen, you're gonna have to cook them a little bit longer. However, I don't recommend you cook them frozen. I recommend you let them set out and get to closer to room temperature, at least defrosted, before you cook them. Because it's gonna make it a lot easier. That batter's gonna not have to get all overdone just to get the inside of the gizzard done, okay? So it's not one of those meals where you can come home, pull it right out of the freezer and cook it and have it ready. And you know, now it needs to be defrosted. It's a chicken product. So with this, what this grease is, you go back, it's a 100% vegetable oil with some leftover bacon grease we have. We always keep our bacon grease in a bowl here. So I split the bowl of bacon grease into it with it to give it a little bit of a good flavor here. The rest of it is 100% virgin vegetable oil. You can do this method with frying chicken. You can do this method with frying fish. Whatever you want to do, the bag method, here's what I call it, of getting it good and battered, because it makes sure you don't miss any voids. And if you do, if you have one that's void, all you gotta do is turn it around in there with your hand, and then you're good to go. All right, that batch is ready. We got one more batch to get ready to go. And we'll get them out of the wash here. Some of the key to this too is using that buttermilk rather than regular milk. It's so much thicker. And don't skimp on the eggs. Put you enough egg in there to make it turn yellow. That's going to give you that good, nice, crispy golden brown. It's going to keep you from having to wash twice. You'll see a lot of people, a lot of chefs believe in washing twice, and I've washed twice from time to time. But if you do it right on the first time, I just don't think you need it. If you use plenty of egg, you use buttermilk, and you use this bag method, you don't have to double wash. And that sure makes it a lot less messy. Nothing wrong with double washing, it's just a messier way to cook. And you end up getting too thick a batter. You get more batter than you do meat. You ever been to a restaurant, went going to bite into a chicken fried steak and it was all batter, no beef? It's because they're double washing. They're making you feel like you're getting a bunch of food, when in actuality all you're doing is getting a bunch of egg and flour, and not much meat. When I do my back strap, I do it the exact same way. I cut that back strap real thin, I do the same single wash, and I bag it. And I don't like buttermilk, okay? Let me back up and let you know that. I don't like buttermilk. I don't like the smell of buttermilk. I don't like the taste of buttermilk out of a jug. But when you're cooking, when you're chicken frying anything, it is absolutely a must-have. So we use the Ore-Ida Golden Crinkle fries. Sometimes I'll make fresh fries. Jennifer will make fresh homemade French fries. Not today. I really like the Ore-Ida. I don't know why. I think they taste different. I just really like them. Now, it's time for me to try one of these golden nuggets of goodness myself. Oh. In the past, forever and ever and ever, we would heavily season the batter and season the wash rather than seasoning the meat. Now I learned to season the meat first. You don't have to season the batter or the wash, and you get the perfect amount of seasoning and you don't lose any. So, fantastic. Trying to get some of these done. I'm going to send a little batch home with my son-in-law and my daughter. She is a nut over it. Right, and then the last one we'll throw in there, and it will be on the fries.
Good luck. You want my gravy?
Oh, gravy was mine. You know that? Yes, there's no gravy.
So apparently I just got told I'm gonna make gravy too to go with it. So, all right, got this little cocktail made. Mighty fine. All right, everything there done. Last batch in the little Dutch. Same thing with fries. Same rules apply as do gizzards. You don't want to overfill it because you don't want that grease going everywhere. So I do about half a bag at a time. And that big Dutch, I could probably do a full, but again, I don't want to make a mess and I don't want to start a fire. Alright, rinse out the wash bowl so it's easier to wash here after a while. That's pretty much it for just a little bit. We're going to get these fries cooking, finish up these, and then I'll bring you back here when I go to make the gravy. Alright, y'all. 2 packages, crispy fried chicken gizzards. Beautifully done. Let them sit for a minute. And they kind of need to cool down before you can eat them too. You don't want to bite into that. That'll burn your mouth. So we're going to move the grease off of the little Dutch. Put just a little bit in this cast iron skillet and get to cooking some gravy. Last little bit of that bacon grease. Fries starting to float. We'll be pulling them out shortly too. What we're going to do is we're going to dip in here and get us just a little bit of this vegetable grease here for the gravy. Right about now. And we're going to let that grease, that pan get good and hot. Anytime we wash the wash bowl, we're going to use it to catch fries. That's what I was looking for. My basket strainer makes it easier to get fries this way. There we go. These here. Lowry season all salt goes on the fries. And shake. Right. Now, I told you a while ago, we'll set that gravy to the side. We're just gonna, that flour to the side. We're just gonna knead it again. And there we go. We're gonna make us some gravy. And there she is. Wooden spatula. We'll put enough gravy in there, enough flour in there to suck up a bunch of that oil. So it becomes a pretty thick roux here. Make sure there's no lumps in that either. Smash out all those lumps if you got any. we'll take us some whole milk. And we'll start incorporating. It's gonna get thick pretty quick, so you don't want to let your milk get too far away from you. Gonna look like a lumpy mess there for a little bit. Just keep stirring. Mash out any lumps there. Salt and pepper ready. And then you'll know what kind of consistency you want. You want a little thicker, you want a little thinner. You can always add milk and make it thinner. It's hard to make it thicker though once you got to this point, right? So you want to start it thick and then work your way to thinner. Putting more flour in here right now is going to be a nightmare. Always put a little milk, don't thin it up. A little bit of pepper. Salt.
Mana pag ready? Try ready kami din ni.
He shows a French fry. And then salt shaker just broke on me a while ago.
It's good. What'd you do to it?
Nothing. All right, gravy's done. That's what that gravy looks like there. About a little thicker for dinner. Yeah, buddy. All right, I'll wait on the last bit of fries and we're done. So that's how you make fried gizzards, gravy, French fries. Great meal. Whole meal costs about $5, $6 total because gizzards are cheap. Fries are pretty cheap. You probably got oil, milk, a little grease, and you've got what you need. So, really good meal. We enjoyed a lot. So, anyway, I'm going to sign off for tonight. If you like the video, hit subscribe. And, of course, thumbs up, like, and subscribe. We appreciate all the views. We really do. It's been a blessing to see as many subscribers and viewers that we've gotten. So, we thank you a whole bunch. And then we'll bring you something else this weekend. Bye-bye.